Josh, it was another tough loss. What was your message to the team after this game?
I talked a little bit in the beginning just about how little things add up, and doing everything right on and off the field, and every walk of what we're doing will help us achieve what we want to on the field, and we're not far off. I told them I was really proud of their effort, man. We talked about competing for 4 quarters. Look at their scores. They kind of separated from people in the second half of football games. I thought our kids responded and continued to compete, and handled the ups and downs of the football game much better than we had early in the season. And that's, I said we're not far off from being a really, really good football team, and we have gotten better. And yeah, everybody's disappointed with this result. That's for sure. Our football team's gotten better through the year, and just the competitive spirit, the energy on the sideline, the ability to respond and continue to compete. I thought there were some positives that came out of it too. Obviously, we're all disappointed and want to be on the right side of the scoreboard.
Coach, can you talk about the first drive you had of the game and the first drive of the second half? Both very successful. You had some big plays. You got touchdowns on each of those drives. Did you see a difference between those drives and what they were doing defensively on the others that slowed you guys down?
At the end of the day, when we got the first down, we got things going. If you look at it throughout the course of the game, if we didn't get the first down, I mean, we were off the field. So nothing in particular.
Coach, earlier you did mention the effort there that these guys put in this tough game. What would you say as far as the game itself was the high point of what you guys did in the loss?
At the end of the day, it's a really good football team. They're ranked where they're at for a reason. They got a really mature football team. You look at them on both sides of the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively, and I think our kids responded, met the physicalness, and competed extremely hard, and did a lot of things that we talked about going into the football game. It was a game that was going to come down to the fourth quarter. We don't get one of the drives going. We got a turnover, give them a short field, and that kind of flips the scoreboard a little bit in the momentum of the football game. At the same time, we drive the next one down and go score on offense and make it a game again too. And just didn't do enough to be on the right side of it.
Josh, what was the mood like in the locker room after the game? Were players angry, disappointed? What was it like in the locker room?
They put a lot into this, prepared really hard. It's a confident group. They expect to go out there and win, and disappointed in not being on the right side of it.
The run defense played phenomenal in the first half. Only gave up 7 rushing yards in the first. Can you talk a little bit about the key to that? And then they had 137 in the second half. What was maybe the change that happened there?
Penetrated the line of scrimmage, changed it in the first half. I thought we handled the zone read quarterback play really well in the first half. Even in the second half, he was able to escape and make some plays. Made some plays where he's throwing the slip pass to the tight end into the flat as well. Combination of all those things allowed them to move the ball a little bit more through the run game there.
Josh, what do you make of Dylan Gabriel's performance tonight? He looked good at times. Other times he struggled a little bit and threw that pick. What can you make of his performance?
A lot of positives. Quarterbacks measured by wins and losses, man. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you want to be +1, and it's quarterback's job. He's disappointed, hurt, at the same time, it's a team game, man. It's not about one person. You know what I mean? There's things that all of us got to do to be better and help them.
Coach, how much of a surprise was it to see the drops by the wide receivers tonight?
There's things in all areas of the football game that we can be better at, man. And it's never on one guy or one position group. It's all of us together.
Josh, what was the difference tonight? Is that football team just 3 points better than you guys, or what did it come down to tonight?
There's a bunch of plays that make the difference in that football game. There's a bunch non-negotiable. You got to be on the right side of it. You got to find a way to make those plays. It's, you know, a turnover in the fourth that changes the field position. It's you know, a combination that cleans up something in the run game. It's a linebacker having his eyes in the right place on a you know, slip play to the tight end. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. We're all disappointed with this loss here. Also recognize that's a good football team. Also recognize that we have gotten better through the course of the season. I told the football team tonight in the locker room that we resemble a football team and a really good one. We're not far off. You got to do more of the little things right to end up on the right side of the scoreboard. It's a really good football team like we just played. But the energy, the effort, the competitive spirit, the ability to respond to them making plays, all the things that we talked about going into the game, our kids did that. And we're on the right side of it.
Other than the 41-yard touchdown to Jacob Harris in the first quarter, the big plays were a little bit more few and far between than maybe we're used to seeing. Can you just talk a little bit about what the Cincinnati defense did to slow that down?
We just didn't make some of those plays, push the ball down the football field that sometimes we're accustomed to making. You know, it's credit to them and things that we got to do to be a little bit better too.
Josh, I mean, your goals are kind of off the table right now. What do you tell your team with one regular season game left and a bowl game? What's the message to them now?
Burn this one. It's a quick turnaround. You got a trophy game. Got a trophy game, man. Our guys will be ready to go play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.